Ha! When I move my hands, it does something with my phone. I guess I have a setting in there that restarts a video with hand movement. Learn something new every day. And it means I need to keep my hands down here under the table. Went down for a swim today. I explained earlier in my video about getting down there before it got full of people. And I didn't know what I would do actually. I knew I was going to get in the water. And I always create I call it a training drink. It's got carbos, it's got caffeine, it's got BCAA, it's got stuff. Yeah, anyway, just got a bunch of stuff in it. And so I leave it by my point of entry. Generally, I swim 2 or 3 laps, and then I break and swim 2 or 3 more. Lately, I've been swimming 3.2 kilometers. I don't know what that's about because my normal used to be 2 and 2.5, so I don't know what that 3.2 was about. I do know that it was creating a level of tiredness, and it was a new experience for me. And so today I go down, and somewhere in my first lap, and the laps are 400 meters, I've told you that, I thought, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to stop, and I'm going to take some of my training drink, and then I'll do another lap, or 2, or whatever. And I noticed when I stopped at the end of my first lap, there were some people that were showing up, and then I started my second lap. I thought, I'm going to stop after my second lap too and take a little bit more of this drink, and let's see what kind of effect this has on me over time and distance. Because there was a level of tiredness I would experience at 2.5 laps. Took a break after 3 in the past. And so I thought, let's do something new. So I would stop every 400 meters, take a drink, and it was interesting. Each time I would stop, it's right next to a stairway that goes down into the water. And each time I would stop, there would be different people there. And they would be curious, and there would be opportunities to interact. And I would then restart and do another lap. And there would be different people next to the pool. And I was watching because I always turn my head to the right, and so I can see what's going on next to me around the pool, and watching people arrive, and and watching the thoughts as they drift through my mind, and again stopping at the starting point and visiting with people again, and somewhere, I don't know, somewhere I guess at around 2 kilometers or so, I got reminded of an event, I don't know, 20 years ago. And a person I was talking with at the pool, I was laying in the grass at the time, and my swimming was to swim out to the island, which is about 60 meters away. That was a big deal, and that was breaststroke. And then I would sit out there on this artificial island in the pool, and then I would swim back. That was it. And this person said she was going to go to the lap pool, because there's also a 50-meter lap pool, and she was going to go swim 1 kilometer. And I said, wow, that's amazing. You're going to swim 1 kilometer. And when I was in, I don't know, kilometer 2, 2.5, whatever, I imagined my 50-something-year-old self, the one that was laying in the grass, I imagined him watching this 75-year-old man swimming around and around and around and around. And what would my 55-year-old self say about this 75-year-old man? And it was an interesting thing for me to play with, because what I have been through between 55 and 75 has been amazing, one day at a time. And to have this appreciation and respect and gratitude, this has really been gratitude is always a theme in my life, always. But today has been gratitude on steroids. And so somewhere in this swimming, again, only one bite at a time, which I think made a difference. I know this about life, is that yes, I have tried to eat the whole watermelon in one bite, but it doesn't work very well, if at all. And if I slice the watermelon up in small pieces, who knows how much of it I can eat. And so I often have this in my thinking. It's like, yeah, my mind can create enormous obstacles. I can't do that. Well, no, maybe I can't do that, but I can do this much in that direction. And so by taking these 400-meter bites, I did my 8, which is 3,200, and I thought, let's do 9, and we can maybe do 10, and that's 4 kilometers. I can't remember the last time I swam 4 kilometers. Yes, 400-meter bites. Yes, little restings in between. My 100-meter average speed was amazing for me. So yeah, that's the story, and to have that experience, to watch the sun as it reflects from the movement on the water and onto the bottom of the pool, and when I turn my head up and maybe I see these children that are watching me swim by, and then I swim by them again 15 minutes later, and it's really interesting, and I have this amazing gratitude, and I'm not there. Somebody says, well, why do you do that? And you must really enjoy that. And it's like, well, I enjoy that I challenge myself. I enjoy having these exchanges with people and the kids and whatever. When I was training for events, then there was always, I'm here to train because I have this goal in mind to do an Ironman or whatever it might be. That was almost 10 years ago. Now I do this because, I could literally say I don't know, because I don't know what I'm going to experience when I go around that pool. I don't know what the next 10 meters or 50 meters or 250 meters are going to create for me. And that's part of what I like about my life, is that I don't know. And after I got done swimming, sometimes I do what I call a victory lap. So I do a walk around, and I was listening to this gratitude music, and I was half-assed dancing, and I came across this old guy, and we embraced each other. He came by the front of the house here later, and we had a really nice talk, and what we talked about is that he said, he said it was so good to see you, because he's been coming to that pool as long or longer than I have, 30, 40 years. And he said, yeah, the people are not coming. People that I know are not coming because they're not well or they've passed, and I don't know them well enough to know, but I don't see them. And he said, and so when I see you, he said, it's good, that you're still here. And I said, I have the same thing with you. It's like, yeah, here we are. I'm here in this body, and I get to experience you here, and it's very touching because at this age of my life, it's going to stop. I'm going to stop being in this body at some point, and I know that. I know that every day. I'm very clear about it. I've had this really deep relationship with understanding that every day this could be my last opportunity. That's what I told myself. I said, maybe I will not get an opportunity to swim 4,000 meters again. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But maybe I'll swim 10. I had this idea. I'm going to be 75 September 1st. And I thought, how about if I swim 7.5 kilometers on my birthday? That would be a kick. But I'm not sure where I am on the 1st, whether I'm here or in Germany. I would want to do it here, not at the lap pool up there. But anyway, that was my swim. And I'm tired. And I had myself some fruit salad with high protein, kind of a high protein yogurt called Skyr, and yeah, I think it took me an hour to eat it, and I'm tired. I'm tired, and I'm tired in a really nice way, and I'm grateful that I can do what I do, and yeah, I stop now. You're going to get bored with me, I guess. But I don't know. I'm just motivated to share, and I just wish you well and peace, and yeah, I'll be back. I believe. Pow.